Hello, Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to IPA, Islamic Preacher and Apologist. On today's YouTube video, I intend to respond to the conversation between David Wood and Christian Prince. Yes, you got it right. I'm scoring 2 with just 1 arrow. And this was their conversation.
That you're pointing out that even according to the Quran, people of Muhammad's time, all of whom were Arabic speakers, they thought the Quran was a big joke.
Well, all of them, and actually Muhammad, he don't even have a book.
Well then, do both of you think that Jesus was always understood? Here's reference for both of you. Jesus often said things that were easily misunderstood, and rarely did he explain himself. Michael Card says that many people who read the gospel are amazed by how often Jesus seemed completely content to be misunderstood. Why is this? As the gospel progresses, Jesus will become increasingly lonely until finally, on the cross, he's all alone. His luminous answers were all misunderstood. Though out of the book of John, we see instances where Jesus is misunderstood. For example, his commands his disciples to eat of his flesh and drink of his blood. That is way over the top to say that a bunch of observant Jews, he has a perfect opportunity to explain himself. But he doesn't do it. He's not there to explain himself. He's there to speak the truth. Jesus is very interested in people believing without seeing or trusting his word straight on. He does not like people asking for signs. He does not like when the Pharisees ask for a sign in exchange for their belief. He won't do that. He wants people to believe without seeing. He wants us to have faith without having everything explained. Jesus wasn't seeking to increase the attendance of his fan club. He wanted disciples who would follow him even unto death. Jesus will do a miracle and tell people not to tell anyone. Sometimes the miracles didn't always work on his behalf. He's so weighed down by people that he can't do what he's come to do. He ended up with curiosity seekers and people just wanting a free meal. Jesus Christ was the most misunderstood man of his time, and not much has changed since. Part of that was intentional. Matthew 13:15 spells out why he spoke in parables. He intentionally wanted to blur the understanding of those listening. However, even when he was not speaking in parables, those standing by still failed to get it right. Most of those who did understand did not believe what he said. His own brothers and sisters paid him no mind. John 2:19-21. Jesus answered and said to them, "Destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up." Then the Jews said, "It has taken 46 years to build this temple, and will you raise it up in 3 days?" But he was speaking of the temple of his body. John 3:3-4. Jesus answered and said to him, "Most assuredly I say to you, unless one is born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God." Nicodemus said to him, "How can a man be born when he is old? Can he enter a second time into his mother's womb and be born?" John 4:14-15. Whoever drinks of the water that I shall give him will never thirst, but the water that I shall give him, a fountain of water springing up into everlasting life. The woman said to him, "Sir, give me this water, that I may not thirst, nor come here to draw." John 4:31-33. In the meantime, his disciples urged him, saying, "Rabbi, eat." But he said to them, "I have food to eat, of which you do not know." Therefore the disciples said to one another, "Has anyone brought him anything to eat?" John 8:32-33. And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. They answered him, "We are Abraham's descendants, and have never been in bondage to anyone. How can you say you will be made free?" I absolutely agree with the last line. These misunderstanding people come from all walks of life. Now hear it from me. Whenever there was a prophet, there were misunderstandings. All this is not unheard of. So why are you behaving this way? You're behaving like children. Please grow up. Anyone who says to me, please debate with CP, I would say, please ask your CP to respond to me by creating a YouTube video. But your CP is so lowly educated, he doesn't even have the manners to speak to a woman. He would use words like potato, donkey, whore, etc., etc. We know him, how poorly educated he is. And those that like him, their education is the same. And if you give me a thumbs down, I'll be happy to know how many people I roasted. Anyway, take care and goodbye.